Welcome back to your favorite podcast. It's your boy Big L speaking to you live. Now, I know this different setup, different arrangement. I'm back in the room, back in my room, but I'm not at the desk. I'm actually in this corner of my room. I made this little corner with the chair and the little table and everything. And it's really nice. It looks really clean. Just my sort of thing. I really got this people won't sit on the bed. I hate when people sit on my bed with their outside clothes. I don't know if that's like an OCD thing, but like this is something I don't really like people doing. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. You see, I'm holding the mic. I don't really have a good setup. I don't know. I feel like I need a table. I need like a little table right here. And there was one in IKEA. There's like a small table, but it was big enough I could put like the roadcaster and probably like a table microphone on, and I could do what I need to do. And then I could put it back underneath here because I'm not always gonna have that table out all the time. But this is what we're working with because the roadcaster on the bed, and boy, if any creatives out there who use cameras, they be kind of mad at me at this shot I got right now. The tripod sitting on the bed, it's looking a little rough. It could work. Thank God I don't live nowhere where there's any earthquakes, but man, this is looking different. But I made it work. Anything for the shot. Anything for the shot. Just last week, or almost 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week. Why am I thinking? I'm tripping. Last week, my church had this thing called Blessing of the Bikes, and I went to go outside to take pictures for the event. And I'm like, oh, well, while I'm at it, I should take some pictures just so I can have something in my portfolio and just like stretch my skills and my creativity. Because I feel like creativity is like kind of like a muscle that you have to exercise, and you have to constantly like do something and like do something new to evolve your skills. Plus, it's just cool to have something else in my portfolio besides just portraits of people, which is nothing wrong with portraits of people. But that's what you do. That's your thing. But for me, I kind of want to have a range of things so I could just be like, hey, I do this too, and I could do any type of shots. Plus, I don't have a particular like this is all I take pictures of. Like I'm not just the portraits or wedding person. Like I just like to take pictures of dope stuff. That's really I just like to do. I just love making cool stuff. And the pictures I took, they were sweet. But with that to say, I was out there. I was in the street. Like I was really in the street trying to get these angles, just trying to get the get shots of the bikes. And it was at that time I was like, man, I really need to invest in a zoom lens because all I had was a regular prime lens, and prime lenses are in a fixed focal point. So I was out there with I believe I had the 35 out there. I believe I had a 35. I'm not entirely sure. Is it 24? No, it was 24 because I wanted to be a little wider just in case. But I'm like, this would be cool if I could get some close ups, some wide shots, and I could just keep switching out. Plus, even when you're on the job, especially like at a wedding, it's really beneficial to have something like that because you just never know what type of scenario you're gonna get in. Like I said, like what happened actually was like, oh, you were taking a picture of two people, then like, oh, another person wants to join in, and a couple more people want to join in, and now you're at a point where your fixed focal length isn't, you can't go out anymore. You got to keep stepping back, and it just, it's easy to just zoom out. So I invested in the zoom lens. I got it on here right now. Is at 18 to 35, and it's pretty clean. It works pretty nice. What am I gonna say? And yeah, this will be like my main lens. Not for podcast. I just didn't take it off of the podcast, but like, because I wanted to just keep using it. But like when I'm out, like if I'm going out, that's gonna be the only lens I'm gonna carry with me. I'll carry, I'll carry this, and I'll probably carry my 50 millimeter just in case I want to get something real close in detail. But those are the only two I think I want to carry with me, even to weddings. I think that's my goal. My goal is only carry two lenses and then two camera bodies just in case. But yeah, because I want to be as minimal as possible. Like just with anything, like excuse me, like my clothing, like just stuff I own, and then with how much equipment I take out, which is why I want to invest in a sling bag. Now I have a sling bag. They gave me one when I got my first camera, the T7, and it doesn't. It's too small. It's too small for this lens. It's too small for any of the lenses. The only one that could really fit in there comfortably with is the 50 millimeter, but it's like this thin. So of course it's gonna fit in there. But with this lens is longer, so it doesn't fit in there. Even when I take that little divider out, it doesn't fit in there comfortably. And I can't put another lens. I can't put like, because ideally, if I'm gonna be carrying it around, I want to like carry around to vlog and do like street photography or just whatever situation comes up. Like it's usually when I go to church or when I'm just going out. Cause I do want to start vlogging more, which is another reason I wanted to get this lens because I could extend it wider. I was vlogging a little bit today, just testing it out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could definitely see myself with this lens for a long time. And but yeah, I need to get a different sling bag. So and it's so crazy. I always find it so crazy the different was it niche of different hobbies and stuff. Like, I've been in the photography video world for a long time, but I didn't really go deep into like, oh, people really are like into camera bags and different sling bags so deeply. I'm looking at reviews and stuff, and people are like, guys, I gotta admit, I love bags. I have a collection of bags, and I never even thought about that deep. I'm like, wow, y'all really like bags for real. But I never we got into that until I had to get into this situation. I'm like, oh, I need a bag. Plus, it's just a little much to carry this backpack around all day. Like it weighs on your back a lot. And I don't need to take that much stuff with me. I think that was the only point when I was taking it around because I thought I would need all this stuff when I really don't. All I really need is this lens, the microphone, and my mini tripod. That's all I really need to carry. Oh, and like extra batteries, of course. But like, I don't really need that much when I'm going out. So now I've got to invest in one of those and see which one's right. So I'll probably be ordering a couple of those throughout the weeks coming. But that's all the creative side out the way. I've been doing all right though. I really like those pictures I took of those bikes. I think I want to get those blown up and I'm gonna print them out because I really, really like those. Those are like, in my opinion, some of my best photos I've taken. I think my best ones though. I love the ones from the wedding I did with my cousin, both of them. I love the ones I took of my parents when they went on the trail with in the fall time. I really love those. But these bike ones, plus I think I like these ones a lot more because it's just something different. It's not just people. It's like a different subject, and I really like that. Even when I first started and I had that photography class and I had got my first DSLR, the T7, I would just take pictures of different things around the house. Like, I would make my own sets and like just take pictures of stuff. Like I got on the computer. I don't know if it's on the computer or on my phone. I got pictures of like when I really used to be in sneakers. I used to do sneaker photography, and I took pictures of different shoes. It was only one pair because I just plus they were like brand new, so there was nothing on them, and I could just set them up and take pictures of them. And yeah, I did shoes. I tried to do the iMac, but it was weird the way the reflections were with the up against the whites and the lights. So, I couldn't really get it like that. But I want to like expand my photography instead of just people. I want it to be just anything. So plus, and like I said, to expand my creativity. Creativity is like a muscle. You got to keep going at it and making it stronger. But that's all on the creative side. Elephant in the room. Courtney's not here. Courtney has been over here in like 2 weeks. I think she got like a new job or jobs plural, and where you at, sis? Where you at? I mean, it's cool. I'm cool going back to the solo dolo days back like season 1. I'm cool with that, but where you at, bruh? Not even just to record, just to hang out. It's like, yeah, bro. But yeah. Something I wanted to get into. I don't know if I was gonna get into it this episode. I kind of wanted to give more factual information because this is just gonna be me kind of rambling about it. I think the biggest talk right now in the media or social media is AI, and it's really taking a toll, especially on TikTok. It's really going crazy. I think it's really going crazy, especially with AI generated songs. And the biggest example we've seen of that, I don't know the dude's name, but this dude had posted or made a song with Drake and The Weeknd, and he made a song, and he had to made an instrumental, made the beat, made a whole song, and he put it on the streaming services. And a couple of days later, maybe 2 days later, Universal took it down because I believe Drake is signed under Universal, and I believe The Weeknd is too, and they took it down. And I'm glad they did that. And I'm sure like the moment he said on the video, he said he's gonna put it up on the streaming service. I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna get cleared right away because it's like it goes against like using someone's likeness. It goes against the policies, against, I don't know if it's the label or just in general. I think it's because you're using someone's likeness that's not your own, that you can get sued and they could take your stuff down. But if not just Drake or The Weeknd, I think Metro should have sued him too. He didn't get sued, but I think he should sue him because not only are you using these people's voices, you're using Metro's producer tag too. And Metro didn't make this beat. You made this beat. You just put his name on there. And I kind of thought I would see more stuff like that, like in the past, like more people putting like other producer tags on other beats that make it seem like they made those beats, but you would get immediately sued. But I don't know how in tune Metro is to the whole thing going on TikTok. But it's not just even like Drake and The Weeknd. Like it's mainly covers. It was at first it was mainly covers. Like people, like there's this one I saw, like a lot of people were putting Kanye's vocals on other people's songs and make it Kanye sing and rap these people's songs. And it's just crazy. It's the craziest thing ever. Because it sounds so real. Just some parts that you're like, no, that doesn't really, it doesn't really fit how Kanye would rap something like this. But other times it's like, dang, that sounds dead just like him. And now we're getting to a point they're making songs now. Like there's so many like Drake AI songs now. And now it's getting to the point people are commenting when like, because there are leaks of old songs that he did from a couple years ago that are coming back, resurfacing up. Now people are commenting like, I can't even tell the difference. This is real or AI anymore. And to a point, I can see that. But there are certain things like that AI can't replicate in people's voices. You can't replicate emotion. Like computers can't replicate emotion behind vocals. I don't know if we'll ever get to the point that we'll do that. It'll do that, but for right now, there's some things I'm like, no, nah, they don't really sound like kind of sound. I don't know. Maybe it's like the frequency or something. Like, cause sometimes I'm like, no, I could kind of tell this is fabricated. I could kind of tell that, but I feel like it's gonna get to a point. It's really gonna be like, man, what's real, what's not. And I'm not saying AI is totally bad or totally good. I think of it like, I think this whole thing is kind of like I kind of be thinking like, I wonder this how they felt about the internet when they first introduced it. Like they thought it was just going to be just evil, really take everybody's jobs away. And to a point, it did take people's jobs away, but it it got to a point where people learned how to use it and created more job opportunities from it. And I think it's going to be the same with this. I don't think it's immediately going to take people's jobs away, but I could definitely see, especially in the creative field, how this could really damage us because it'll get to a point like, oh, well, why would I need someone to graphic design my album cover when I could just have AI do it. I just type in a couple key phrases, what I want on it, and just keep fine tuning it until I get it to how I want it to look. Why would I need to pay somebody for that? And I could just go in this program and, it's not going to be free forever, but when it get to a point, like it's probably going to be different tiers of programs. Like you get your basic, intermediate, and like just the best one you could get in, different prices. But I could definitely see how it could damage us. Photos too. I could definitely see photos, and I could definitely see it harmful with fake news, especially like a couple weeks ago or about a month ago when they arrested Trump and they had the AI photos of Trump getting arrested, and it looked pretty real. Like from like just a glance, like you really don't look at the photo, you look and just look at it at a glance, you're like, oh yeah, that's crazy. You would think that's so real, but it's not. In the beginning, it was still learning how to do people's hands and certain things with people's eyes and stuff. So you'd be like, oh no, that's not real. But it's constantly learning, constantly evolving. It's gonna get to a point it's really indistinguishable from if I took a photo or they made the photo on the AI. And I can definitely see how that can with fake news and stuff like that. But I don't know how they're gonna go about it with like having to say under if they're gonna make laws about like you need to put a disclaimer that says this is AI, this is not real, this is not real news. The only thing I haven't really seen yet is the videos. I haven't seen them make videos yet. I've only really seen the photos and audio wise. So I don't know when it's gonna get to a point with video, but I don't think it's gonna completely replace like people who do this, who make their own art, because you're always going to want that authentic human aspect of art and creativity, because that's just how we are as human beings. You can never replace authenticity. And I don't think computers will ever get to a point that it's going to replace authenticity. I think it's going to be kind of like the internet. It's like a tool. Use the internet to help you with stuff, research, mainly research. But I think with AI, it could help out like the internet, or it could be harmful. Like you could do bad things on the internet right now. You could do bad things with AI. Use it to trick people. Use it to whatever mischievous ways you want to. But I'm not totally one side like, oh, this is so sweet, or oh, this is horrible. This is gonna mess the whole everything up. I think we just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Um, there was something I saw today when it came to video editing, how you could download the program and it could help you edit. So when you do podcasts and you like record on like let's say 3 different cameras, and you had to manually go in there and you had to chop up and edit and set, switch angles. They had a program that could do it for you automatically. Now, technically, that you could say that's taking somebody's job. If that's what you wanted to do, it could take your job. But I still feel like people will still want people to do that. I don't think it's going to immediately replace. I think it's just over the course, kind of like the internet. I kind of wish I was alive for that, to see that, because I feel like it's just like a repeat of what happened. Like, they always say history repeats itself. So I don't know. I really got mixed feelings on the whole thing. It's like, I can see how this could be beneficial to certain people. Like I could definitely see, like they got the AI on Snapchat. So that's like the first, not the first, but like this is one generally people could use and ask questions and have help with. And I see people online talking about, oh, well, AI, they got your location. Don't talk to the Snapchat AI. They got your location. And it's like, bro, you got a whole smartphone and a watch, like a smartwatch, computer. You have all these things that already have your address. When you sign up for a Apple ID account, you got to have your address. When you sign up for a Gmail account, you have to put your address in. Like they already know where you live. You have a whole social security number. I don't understand why people be thinking like. And then another thing is like, what are they gonna do? Like, if they really wanted to do something to you, they would have already done it. Like, if the government wanted to really do something to you, it would have already been done. That's just how I view it. It's still not. It's still like kind of weird, but it's still like, well, they already got your stuff. What you gonna do? You can't ungive your stuff away. You know what I'm saying? But with the Snapchat I messed around with it for a little bit. It's kind of cool. I could see really give you like I asked it, can you make me a song with this? I can't recall it back because I didn't save it. I didn't know I had to manually save every conversation that you have with it. I thought you could set it up because on Snapchat you could set it up where everything automatically saves when you talk to another person. I didn't know on the AI it would delete itself, so it had to start fresh. But I asked like to make a song with this subject, and they give you lines, and I could see this being beneficial for songwriters and people who want to write songs but they can't get it, and they could use it as a template and just fill in their own blanks. I could see it like that, or like I said, generate me a rap name, and they were a bunch of corny names like I would never use, but like I can just see how that's kind of beneficial. Plus, we've already had stuff like this around for a long time, like how Donald Glover got his rap name. He went on the rap name generator online and he just clicked it, and the first thing came up was Childish Gambino, and he stuck with that. So we had this stuff for a long time, and like AI is nothing new. Like we had Siri and Alexa for a long while. I had to spell it because I have one sitting right next to me. But we've had these things for like a long time. It's just those AIs are integrated into those programs. Like Siri is only made for Apple. It only helps you with things within the Apple software, within iOS or Mac OS software. Just like Alexa is made for stuff only within Amazon's uh, software to help you with their software. With this AI, it's made to help you kind of with everything or anything you want it to be. Music, uh, writing papers. I seen someone with writing papers. Like I can see this as a tool, like the internet. Internet is a tool that you can use to help you with whatever you need help with. And I can see like you use it as like a template or kind of a guide. It's like, okay, I can see I could use a couple phrases here and I just say what I wanted to say right here. So I don't think it's all that bad. But again, it's not all that good. It's hard to tell right now what jobs it's really gonna shake up. It's like I said, you still need people to record, like for music videos, you still need people to direct music videos and shoot videos. You still need certain people because some people have a vision of their own. They want something to look, and some people just like me. I would like to do it all myself. You know, like I'll get a little help every here and there about something, but for the most part, I like to do it myself because I have my own vision, how I want this to go, how I want something to look, how I want something to sound, and that's just something that the AI can't do for me. You know, well, I'm not gonna be completely ignorant about it either. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna learn about it. I have to. My curiosity and just me wanting to keep up with the times. I have to know how this works, how it could benefit me. You know, so I'm not gonna completely shy away from it. This is, like I said, I don't think it's inherently evil. I don't think these things are evil. They're here to help us. They're tools. So don't completely just shut it down. That's really what I'm saying. Don't completely shut it out, shut it down. You have to learn how to use these things. That's the problem with the older generation. They shunned all that out. They shunned computers out and the internet and all that. And then now they need help because the world has evolved, and now you're at a time that I need to use this computer in order to do what I need to do. I can't send this email. I don't know how to send email because you don't know how to work email, because you can, in the beginning, you shut it out. You shut it out. And you shouldn't do that. You got to learn to embrace these things. You had to learn to just accept change. Some people don't know how to accept change, how to embrace something new. And I think with my generation, Gen Z, we're more open to, we're way more open to accepting new things right away. But I'm not older, but I'll say I'm in the middle. I'm a middle Gen Z because it's young Gen Z. I think older Gen Z ends in like 95 or 97, I believe, and I was 2000. So I'm kind of in the middle Gen Z, and I'm a little hesitant. I still be hesitant. I'm like, I gotta check it out. I do my research first before I completely dive into it. But yeah, I know it's the future. I know it's here. I know it's not going anywhere. And we just gonna have to hope and see and just pray for guidance for the future. Because I don't think I could see, I don't know. I don't know. You're just gonna have to wait and see. It's like there's something new every day. I see something new about it every single day. And it's cool. It's cool to see because I'm a fan of technology, but it is kind of scary because anything new is scary. But like I say, you just gotta learn to embrace it and just take it a little bit at a time. You don't have to jump in right away. Just take it a little bit at a time. Like with the Snapchat AI, I kind of just ask the general questions. I was asking like, what's the difference between you and Google? What's the difference between you and Siri? Certain things like that. And I think it's cool. I still think it's cool. And again, I'm keep saying it. I don't think it's all that evil. I think it's just your intent of how you use it. It can be evil how you use it, but I don't know. But that was my. It's not 30 minutes, but that was my 30 minutes of AI and just creator talk. So thank you for listening. Make sure if you're on YouTube, you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn the notification bell on. If you're on the streaming platforms, if you could give me 5 stars, that'd be appreciative. Write a little comment, something you agree, disagree with. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.